Alright guys, how you doing? In my today's lesson, uh, I'll teach you about quadratic equation, how to solve a quadratic equation. So before we start, what a quadratic equation, how to solve a quadratic equation, let's see what a quadratic function is. Yeah, there are three things that we can have related to quadratic function. The first one is the quadratic function itself, the second is the quadratic equation, and the third is the quadratic inequalities. Let's see by starting the quadratic function. The quadratic function is a CCC. This is a function which is written like this. See, f of x is equal to x squared plus bx plus c is equal to, yeah, it's f of x squared. F of x is equal to x squared plus bx plus c. Thus f of x is usually represented by y. Thus y is equal to x squared plus bx plus c. Let's take a closer look at on those things. Those a, b, and c are what are those a and b? See, those are constant numbers. No, those are constant numbers, just numbers as integers, or as they are constant numbers. So a is sometimes called the leading coefficient of the quadratic equation, the leading coefficient, because it leads this quadratic function. This is a function, so this is in front of the function. This is a coefficient of the x squared at the same time, the quadratic function, and this is the leading coefficient. B is the coefficient of the middle term. We call this. Let me show you. This thing right here is called the middle term. Remember, this is the middle term because the quadratic function has got 1, 2, 3, 3 things arranged usually. Yeah, ax squared plus bx plus 3. So bx is in the middle of this equation. So b is the coefficient of the middle term. Remember, this word is very important. Remember what middle term means when we talk later. So c is the constant term. It has no x in front of it, no variable, just this constant number. So this constant number. You should remember at the same time what is the properties of quadratic equation or quadratic function. Has only one variable. Has one variable only. That's x or y or whatever. So you can have x squared y or like that, x squared y w or like that, just one variable. And the maximum power, that's this right here. You see, this is the power of that equation, maximum, and the lowest also is 2. It's gonna be more than 2 or lower than 2 to be a quadratic equation. Let's say if in this equation right here, in this function right here, if you have the term like x cubed, it's not a quadratic equation. It's going to be a polynomial degree with 3, with degree 3 equation with degree 3 or like that. What about if f of x is equal to f of x is equal to x plus 2. This is not a quadratic equation, it's just a linear equation with degree 1. This is degree 1. You see, power of x is 1, then that means this is degree 1. So you have to remember those things. So let me go ahead and just now, after saying that, what is a quadratic equation? A quadratic equation is simply ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0. So this is equation. Why? Because this became 0. This is equation. What about if it's a variable? Inequality. It's going to be ax squared plus bx plus c is greater than 0 or greater or equal to 0, it could be, or less than 0 or less than or equal to 0. It could be like this. So if you want to have an equation, an inequality, it's going to be x squared plus bx plus c greater than 0, or x squared plus bx plus c greater or equal to 0, x squared plus bx plus c less than 0. Those four forms of inequalities. But now in this video I just going to just focus on quadratic equation. So let's jump into how to solve, how to solve a quadratic equation. So this is going to be a abbreviation for quadratic equation in my video here, for short, because to save time. So remember, Q is stands for quadratic equation now onwards. So go ahead and start. So how to solve a quadratic equation. Let's take example. Before that, what are the ways to solve a quadratic equation? There are three ways of solving a quadratic. The first one is the factoring method. The three ways of solving quadratic equation. Okay. Number one, factoring method. Okay. Number two, quadratic formula. Number three, completing square method. So don't worry, we're gonna see each methods step by step and with the same equation, with the same problem, so that you can identify the difference and similarities of using the formulas so easily. Yes. Okay. Let's solve this problem, the next quadratic equation, and this, let's take easy problem. X squared plus 5x plus 6 is equal to 0 by the three methods, by the three by all the three methods. Remember, let's take a closer look in this equation. Here the leading coefficient is 1, that's A is equal to 1. What about B? B is equal to 5 and C is equal to 6. These are the properties. A is what? A is the leading coefficient. Okay, that's A. This is the coefficient of the middle term, is B. C is the constant term. So those are the terms we discussed earlier. So before you jump into solving by factoring, let's say number one, let's solve this problem by factoring method. So to solve the problem in factoring method, you find a number which adds up to become the coefficient of the middle term. Thus dash plus dash is equal to b. That's and dash times dash is equal to a times c. That works for all, whether a is 1 or different from 1. But in this case a is 1. In this case a is 1. But if a is not 1, 2, this is the thing that you need to find out. So what is this? This brings dash plus dash is equal to what's b? 5, and dash plus dash is equal to a is 1 times 6 is equal to 6. So what numbers add up to become 5, and what numbers multiply to become 6? So take just 1-2 seconds and try to find what numbers add up to become 5. Just 1 and 4. Yeah, 1 and 4 becomes 5. But when you multiply 1 by 4, it's gonna be 4, not 6. What about 2 and 3? Yeah, 2 and 3. 2 and 3. Yeah, become 5. Add up to become 5. But when you multiply to 2 and 3, it's gonna be 6. So 2 and 3 are good. Yeah. What about the other numbers to add up 5? Yeah, we don't have numbers which add up 5. Maybe negative numbers and positive numbers, but positive, if we think of positive numbers, we don't have here. So you substitute the middle term, that is this 5x with those 2 plus 3, 2x plus 3x. So come on here, x squared plus 2x plus 3x plus 6 is equal to 0, which implies x squared. Yeah, let's take those 2 together and those 2 together. So what is the common factor right here? Hold on 1 second. The common factor is going to be x is the common factor for the first part. So what remains inside? X plus 2 plus the 3 is the common factor for the second part. Then when you take 3, x remains in the first part and 2 remains in the second part. You see, so we have 6 right here. When you take 3 out, 2 remains for the second part. So you see right here, 2x plus 2 is a common for both those. So take x plus 2 out, and when you take x plus 2, here remains x remains here, so you put x plus 3, yeah, is equal to 0. Forget is equal to 0, is equal to 0. So to make this equation 0, you see this multiplication. So a multiplication of 2 numbers becomes 0 if either of the numbers which are getting multiplied becomes 0. So to get the solution for this, x plus 2 is equal to 0 or x plus 3 is equal to 0. So the solution set is x is equal to minus 2 or x is equal to minus 3. So remember, before we start, we are taking a closer look at this equation. Say, look here, the coefficient of x squared plus 5x plus 6 is equal to 0. In this quadratic equation, the coefficient a, or the leading coefficient, is 1. In this case, if you just find the numbers that add up to become the coefficient of the middle term, that is 5, and the numbers that become multiplied to bring c, that means the constant term, as when a, remember, when a is 1, when a is 1, then the solution set of that equation gonna be just the opposite numbers that you find to add up and or to add up to bring to the middle, the coefficient of the middle term and the constant. In this case, 2 and 3 were the numbers that we find to add up to bring 5, and 2 and 3 were the numbers that came up to give us 6. Remember when a is 1. So the solution is x, the opposite of that number, that's the negative of the numbers, that is minus 2 and minus 3. And you don't need even to work factorizing this way. If the coefficient is 1, you just need the numbers that gives the middle term, the coefficient of the middle term to add up and the products multiply to give C, or the constant term, that is 6. The numbers were 2 and 3, and the answer was the root of the number, or the solution set of this equation were minus 2 and minus 3. So remember this point. This helps us in deciding which method to use and when to use. So this is it saves you time. So let's go and continue working the other methods with the same problem. Let's go. Okay, x squared plus 5x plus 6 is equal to 0. Solve this equation by using the quadratic formula. Okay, what's the quadratic formula says? Quadratic formula is minus b plus or minus b squared minus 4ac, remember, under the square root of, yeah, so it is this, over the whole 2a. Remember, you put the whole thing in the square. You do this calculation first, you put under square root. So you see, you have to know this thing right here before you solve this problem. You have to know, number 1, square root of a number, how you work a square root of a number. Because let's say, what is square root of 25? You know, if you are not using in exam calculators or like that, you have to know what is square root of some number. How to, for example, what is the square root of 25? That's 5, because 5 squared is 25. What is the square root of 4? That's 2, because the square root of 2, because 2 squared is 4. So the other thing, you have to know what is some number power of some. For example, what is the b square mean? B square mean, you multiply b twice. That's right. For example, 5 square means 5 times 5 times 5, which is equal to 25. That's the opposite of. Another thing is dividing, multiplying those things to use this formula, and make sure using brackets. You do something in brackets before doing anything. You do multiplications, and you should remember the body mass law. Body mass, I think, I don't know. Bracket, division, multiplication, addition, subtraction, bracket of division. So before you do everything in this problem, you see, you should do these things, this multiplication first, then you take this b square and deduct, because the multiplication should be done before you start the subtraction here. So this bracket of division, multiplication, addition, this is how mathematics is done. Then you just subtract and done everything, you find the square root of that number. And let's see by solving this problem. What's minus b minus 5 plus or minus square root of b square means, let's see, b is 5 square, okay, minus 4 times 1, see, 4 times 1 times c is just 6 here. So this, I'm talking in Amharic. Yeah, that's okay. Amharic is one of the Ethiopian language, over, yeah, 2 times was a is 1, so this becomes, hold on 1 second, let me erase this for you. Let me erase this thing. Okay, let me erase it for you. Okay. Okay, let me solve it for you first. Okay, well, my goodness. Yeah, 5 square. Yeah, b square means 5 square minus 4 times a is, I know, 1 times a is 6 over 2 times a is 1, so which is, okay, as I told you, it's gonna be, this 5 square is 25 minus 4 times 1 times 6 is 4 times 1 is 4, 4 times 6 is 24, so minus 5 plus or minus square root of 25 minus 24, see, over 2 is equal to minus 5 plus or minus square root of 1, see, over 2, which is equal to minus 5 plus square root of 1 is 1 over 2, or minus 5 minus 1 over 2, which is equal to, this is minus 5 plus 1 is minus 4 over 2 is minus 2, or minus 5 minus 1 is minus 6 over 2 is minus 3. So solution to the set is minus 2 and minus 3. That is the same answer. So okay guys, this is how we solve using a quadratic formula. So we are going to, I think you find it is easy, the simple is easy, just easy, so so you can solve it easy. So let's go to the third and the last method of solving a quadratic equation. So what's the third method? It's kind of before go to the third method, that's the completing solve method. Solve, and let me write the equation. Let me write the equation for you, and you have to discuss something before. Let me yeah, solve the equation x squared 5 plus 5, no, not x squared plus 5x. Let's solve this first. 5x plus 6 is equal to 0 by using the completing square method. Okay, completing the square method. Hold on 1 second. Okay, completing the square method. So before we start solving this quadratic equation with the completing square method, we have to study what the property of roots of the quadratic equation, or the solution sets of roots of the quadratic equation or solution sets of quadratic equation properties. So a quadratic equation could have, number one, two real roots when b squared minus 4ac is equal to 0. Machine 2 1 real root when b squared minus 4ac is equal to, no, yeah, not 0 here, sorry, 2 roots when b squared minus 4ac is greater than 0. The quadratic equation could have will have 2 real roots when b squared minus 4ac is greater than 0 and 1 real root when b squared minus 4ac is equal to 0. Third one is will have no real roots when b squared minus 4ac is less than 0. Remember, we don't have square root of negative numbers because b squared minus 4ac becomes negative. So because let's say this b squared minus 4ac becomes minus 25. So how do we going to solve for this problem? Square root of 25, square root of minus 25. We don't know. This is going to be minus 1 times 25 times squared. So we don't have, so square root of 25, you know, so that's going to be 5. But what about square root of minus 1? This is not real number. That's square root of minus 1 is, root of minus 1 is I. This is imaginary number. That's imaginary number. That's 5i. That's what we call it. This is not so much applicable in so many engineering fields, but it's usually applicable. This imaginary number usually applicable in electrical engineering fields and other fields, but not so many fields like civil engineering. So that's, so we don't have real roots, real numbers, existing real numbers. So this is imaginary number. So this is the case. So we have to understand this. After saying this, let's go and jump into solving this problem by using the third method. I go to, yeah. Okay. Hold on 1 second. Okay. Let's go ahead and write. Okay. X squared. Okay. Let me escape from this. Sometimes I forget to escaping. Escape and click on pane. Let's come here. X squared plus 5x plus 6 is equal to 0. Okay, to solve this problem using the completing the square method, what does completing the square means? When we talk about completing the square means, the equation should be making the equation perfect square. That is making the equation b squared minus 4ac is equal to 0. 4ac is equal to 0. So the first step in solving a quadratic equation using the completing square method is you move the constant term of the first given equation to the right. So go ahead and start moving. X squared plus 5x plus 6, okay, is equal to 0, which should be equal to x squared plus 5x is equal to minus 6. Just you moved it to the right, so 6 becomes negative, positive 6 becomes negative 6. So then what number should be added on the right side, or to make x squared plus 5x a perfect square? That means b squared minus 4ac is equal to 0. To make a quadratic equation a perfect square or a complete square, b squared minus 4ac is equal to 0. What should be the number that should be added? What's the number c? That's a constant number c. Let's solve this problem for c. B squared is equal to 4ac. Let's divide it by 4. B squared over 4a is equal to c. See, the simple division. Divided by 4, a divided by 4a. That's simple division. So see this one. So if we take the square root of this, this becomes b over 2, that's half of the middle term, the whole square divided by c divided by a is equal to c. So this is the number you need to add simply. See, if a is 1, just imagine if a is 1, this is the case where a in our equation, if a is 1, you just divide the middle term, that b, by 2 and make it square. In this case, if you take this case, you see, this is a is in this case, hold on 1 second, this is a is 1, you see. I can assure you will see after I solve this problem, but if you ask me what number I should add to make this perfect square and subtract the number, this part, to make this part perfect square, that's this a is, I have told you, in this case a is 1, this a is 1, so you divide the middle term 5 over 2 and make it square. That is equal to 25 over 4. This is the number that you want to add on the right side of this equation to make this equation complete square. That time it's going to be a perfect square. Let's go ahead out and solve the problem now. Okay, this is b squared over 2. So hold on 1 second. Okay, that's 25 over 4. Okay. Okay, x squared plus 5x plus 25 over 4 is equal to minus 6 plus 25 over 4. Remember, you need to add the number you added here on the other side too, because you know why? You have to balance. This is the equation, so if you add the right on the left side of the equation something, you have to also add the right. This is a beam balance equation, is a kind of a balance, so you cannot add something on other side and leave the rest as it was. So what was number? The number was x squared plus 5x plus 25 over 4 is equal to minus 6 plus 25 over 4. Okay, so this is gonna be x squared plus 5x plus 25 over 4 is equal to minus 24 plus 25 over 4. that's equal to 1 over 4. But remember, b squared minus 4ac is equal to 0 means what is going to be the solution of this thing? B minus b, quadratic formula, remember, plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. So the solution going to be, when this is equal to 0, solution going to be minus b plus or minus 0 over 2a. Over 2a is equal to minus b over 2a. So if the solution is minus p minus b over 2a, so minus b over 2a, so it could be written as you see, this is a perfect square. As one solution, the solution is minus b over 2a, so the equation could be written as like x plus, because plus b over 2a, because minus b over 2a is the solution, the whole square. You see, the solution is minus b over 2a, so if the solution is minus b over 2a, the perfect square could be written like this, plus b over 2a. This means in our case x plus what is will be 5 over 2a, means a is just 1, so 2 times 1 the whole square. So this is equal to x plus 5 over 2 is equal to, square is equal to 1 over 4. See, if you take the square root of both numbers, let's work it right here. Square root of both numbers is going to be x plus 5 over 2 is equal to 1 over 2. Plus or minus 1 over 2. Plus or minus, because the square root of 1 over 4 is plus or minus 1 over 2. Then x is equal to 1. X is equal to 1 over 2. Hold on 1 second, let me erase this because to make it clear. Let me erase this equals okay. X is equal to 1 over 2 minus 5 over 2. The first one is 1 over 2, 1 over 7, just that is minus 4 over 2, which is equal to minus 2. The other is let me solve it for you. The other solution is okay. X is equal to minus half minus 5 over 2. This is when you solve this thing, minus half minus 5 over 2. Let me erase those things right here to make it very clear. Hold on 1 second. We don't need those things now. So hold on 1 second. X is equal to minus 1 over 2 minus 5 over 2. This is minus 1 minus 5 over 2. This is minus 6 over 2, which is equal to minus 3. So in both in the three cases, the answer is minus 2 minus and or minus 3. Solution is it. or roots. So this is how we solve a quadratic equation on the three ways. The other and last thing that you might need to know might be the nature of quadratic equation is quadratic equation or quadratic function is just quadratic function is just is a parabola. So let's say f of x is equal to x square plus bx plus c if a is greater than 0 is a parabola which opens upward. Let's say this opens upward. Hold on 1 second. Yeah, it's a parabola which opens. But if hold on 1 second. If hold on 1 second. This is 1 second. This is a parabola opening upwards. What about if a is less than 0? It's going to be a parabola opening downwards. This is y-axis. It's going to be y. Well, this is x-axis. This is the 0, 0. So this is the minimum point, the maximum point of our end. The minimum and the maximum points are also point of interest in the graph, where the graph gonna be maximum value and where it's gonna be minimum, the parabola function. So to know the maximum and the minimum points, maybe you might need to know calculate a little bit differentiation. For example, if I give you 3x squared plus 5x plus 6, at what point this function gives the lowest value, you might need to solve some kind of differentiation, or yeah, if derivative of x is equal to 0 becomes at point of x, f of x, if derivative of x becomes 0, that's going to be the lowest point of this function. That's what the calculus says. So when you derive this, you're going to be, you bring this power to here, 2 comes here, so this becomes 6x plus just you remember and deduct from 2 minus 1, so that this becomes x, and this was x raised to the power of 1. We deduct 1, this becomes x raised to 0. So it's remember, so it remains just 1, 5, and this is a constant term derivative gonna be 0 is equal to 0. Solving for this, x is equal to minus 5 over 6. So so for this kind of quadratic function, the lowest value, the lowest value of that function going to be at x is equal to minus 5 over 6. So to find the value of y at that point, just substitute that equation is equal to 3 times minus 5 over 6 the whole square, yeah, plus 5 times minus 5 over 6 plus 6. This is the value of y. F of x is, as I told you, y is this, the y value that comes with this minus 5 over 6 to. So why you need the maximum and the minimum values of a function, you remember in some studies some function minimum maximum values might be important in some studies to analyze maximum results, achievements from some studies or like that. So anyway, I think you find it very useful. So I'll keep on doing some mathematical problems in the future, other issues or discuss. And if you have any question regarding this topic, this quadratic equation or other mathematical problem, I'll give my time to solve the problem and work a video on it so that we share what we have. So thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for watching. Thank you.